What's happening, everyone? This is Dave on nzblokes.co.nz with the Gadget of the Week slot. This week we are bringing you a review of the Lenovo Y50-70 gaming laptop. So if you've been following us on Instagram, you're going to have seen a few pictures of this laptop. It is Lenovo's first foray into the gaming laptop space. Traditionally, Lenovo have been a producer of beige laptops, and by that I mean chronically dull, usually in the office space. They make a few workstations, but certainly nothing that is designed or aimed for the gaming and standard consumer market. With this laptop, you get a Core i7 quad-core with hyper-threading processor giving you 8 logical cores. That is paired with 8GB of DDR3 RAM and a 500GB SSD. Overall performance of this laptop is really good. The boot times are very quick, everything reacts nicely. That is predominantly due to the Core i7 and the pairing of an SSD. SSDs make everything better. That's a pro tip. That's not even relevant. Gaming wise, you can see that it's running Mad Max at 1080p on a high definition TV quite happily behind me. That's the level of performance that you can expect from this laptop. Really, it's going to provide a good level of performance for 1080p gaming for this generation of PC releases. There's going to be a few games that it's not going to be so hot with. I would say the extreme titles out there like The Witcher 3, anything that's really demanding of a graphics card is probably going to dip the frame rate from the expected 40 to 60 frames per second that you would get from a PC. As I mentioned, you're not going to be able to get extreme performance from the games here. Now that's partially due to the graphics card. This laptop has an NVIDIA GTX 860M. What that means is that it is the mid-range graphics processor from the last generation of graphics cards that NVIDIA produced. They have since released the 900M series graphics cards with the 960, 970 and 980M. Unfortunately, the 900 series is a significantly better set of graphics cards than the 800 series was. If you are going to buy a gaming laptop now, it should have a 900 series graphics card in it. You can buy a Lenovo Y50 with a 900 series card in it, but it comes at the cost of the 4K screen. I've not mentioned it already, but this laptop has a 15-inch native 4K panel on it. It is incredibly detailed. It is certainly one of the crowning achievements of this laptop. If you are a design professional and you want to use this laptop to do video editing, photo editing, any of the real sort of desktop publishing intense tasks, then an 860M isn't going to seem like much of a compromise. If you're a gamer though, then it's going to cost you in the long term. A few years down the line, it's probably not going to be running games anywhere near the resolutions that you would expect to. For a $2,800 laptop, you don't really want to be upgrading it within the next sort of 18 months. It's the sort of thing you're going to want to keep for at least 3 years. One other thing that I have a bit of an issue with is that you cannot actually upgrade this machine. Like many other laptops, all of the components are actually effectively bonded to the motherboard, meaning that you can't take them out, replace them, and in fact opening up the back of this laptop invalidates your warranty, so it's a really bad idea to even consider it. My final gripe with the laptop may seem really trivial, but it's something that you'll be using quite a lot, so it's important to get right. It's a trackpad. It's not that great. I found that it doesn't scroll very easily, the multi-touch functions don't work as well as I would expect them to, so for me that was just sort of an annoyance more than anything else. A simple external mouse will fix the problem, but then again, the idea of a laptop is portability, and you can use it on your lap. You don't want to be toting a mouse around with you. Alright, I'm going to talk about a few things that I really like about this laptop. First and foremost, build quality. Lenovo have been making laptops for quite some time now, so they are very adept at making them. That means that you get a high quality build when you buy this piece of kit. The top of the laptop and the bottom are brushed aluminium, and the keyboard surface area is all soft touch. It's really pleasant to to be around. It looks good, it's comfortable to use. They've done a really good job. You've got a JBL audio system as well, which provides good sound if you're playing through speakers, but then laptop speakers have never been really the choice of audiophiles, so a good pair of headphones and you're going to be well away there. But if you just need to play a movie in a room or something like that and you're in a pinch, The speakers on this are more than capable of reproducing reasonable quality audio. The keyboard, as I mentioned, is soft touch and has a good travel distance. It's a lot of fun to use. That may sound silly, but most laptop producers get keyboards quite wrong. The noticeable exception here is MSI with their partnership with SteelSeries, and the Lenovo is easily the match of that. The last thing I'm going to talk about is the screen. This is a 15-inch laptop rocking a 4K panel. That is massive. There's a lot of resolution there. There's loads of screen real estate. You do have to scale up in the operating system, but then you would expect to have to do that anyway. One of the problems that I have with that is that it's not really great for running 4K content on a GTX 860M. It is simply not powerful enough to be able to output at the resolution of 4K. 1080p is great, as you can see. Mad Max 1080p looks really good. Run the games at 1080p on the 4K screen. It looks really nice. Don't try and run them at 4K on the 4K screen. It won't work. That's not to say this is a bad laptop though. Far from it. A high build quality, attention to detail, and an outstanding screen come together to make a really compelling offer. I think that you can get more for your money at the $2,800 price point that they're asking for this laptop. I myself use a different laptop that we're going to cover in a different review. But for me, this gets a really, really solid 7.5 out of 10. Thanks for listening, blokes. This has been Dave.